Mobile apps have always been something that you add to your app. So for example, you build a web app and it's successful and now users want a mobile app. So you get out there and you build your mobile app and, or you use something like a capacitor and just, wrap it into something that makes it publishable to the App Store. Now, the way we think about mobile apps has been something, it's either something where I do low effort, just wrap it in a web view, call it a day, and see if Apple approves it or not. Or it was something, let's set up a whole new project, a whole separate code base, and let's make so much work with it. Now with Despia, I want to give you a third option, and that is the thing exactly in the middle. It is between building your whole new project in something like Flutter and spinning up a crappy web view. It's exactly in the middle, but it's further away from the crappy web view and closer to the Flutter Flow stuff without you having to rebuild your stuff. But that is the third way I like to call it, that has a new thinking pattern where we take web technology and we can take existing parts of our web application, right? And we just distribute it, change the UI, make it responsive, but distribute it as a native mobile application. And we add native functionalities to that. So you may change your code a little bit to make it a mobile application, but you adjust your code in your existing code base. And you're not cloning the code base to have a separate mobile application and a separate web application. You're adding to that code with logic. You add code that says, is this app in the web app or is it opened in Despia? And if it's open in Despia, you trigger this native feature and you start this native workflow and you get access to Face ID, or you get access and you do haptic feedback and you make the phone vibrate and all that stuff. So this allows you to take a web app and turn it into a mobile app by not just wrapping it as a way of distributing it, but by wrapping it as a way of creating a hybrid mobile app with the same native functionalities that you would have if you were to go, the Flutter Flow route or the DraftBit route or whatever. So this puts a whole new view, a whole new perspective in how we build mobile apps, because I do think something like this doesn't exist yet, where we actually build high-quality mobile applications using web technology and not just putting something into a web view, adding crappy push notifications on there and hoping Apple approves it. Again, this I do think is a paradigm shift for hybrid development, and you don't have to use tools like React Native, for example, that would require you probably to change your existing stack if you use a no-code tool like Toddle or WeWeb and so on. So what do you think about that?